Hey there, hey, thanks for checking this out. This is called Post Photographic. It's a blog about photography and about what it means to be a photographer. I really appreciate you checking it out. So my name is Wes Sauer, and I'm an amateur photographer living in the Pacific Northwest. So I've loved photography since I was a teenager, and when I borrowed my dad's camera for the first time and set up a little dark room in our basement and put aluminum foil over the window, and I ruined a bunch of film, and that was my first experience with photography. So many years have passed since then. In 2011, I decided to go after photography wholeheartedly. I started asking, what's going on in photography? What are other photographers doing? How can I do photography in a way that makes it meaningful? I don't have any illusions about making a living as a photographer, so that makes me a committed amateur. I do photography for my own pleasure and for the pleasure of others. And in my reading, I came across some great advice from a Magnum photographer, Eve Arnold. She said, whatever you do, concentrate on long-term projects. She recommended having several long-term projects running simultaneously and overlapping. So these are my projects. I volunteer for Real Change News as a photojournalist. I'm doing something called 52 Portraits, where I find and meet strangers and ask to do their portrait, and that's off to a slow start. I have a collection of film negatives from my family dating back to the 1920s, which I'm calling the Welcome and Celia Sauer collection, and I intend to print those to create an exhibit. The project that I intend to show the most of in this video series will be trips into the Alpine Lakes wilderness with a 4x5 camera. So this blog will be about my photography and about the projects that I'm working on, and I really do appreciate you checking it out. I just want to part with something that my dad would say. We would be hiking and I would catch up to him on the trail, and he'd have been stopped to rest for a couple minutes, and as I just arrived, he'd always say, "Okay, let's go."